Hey everyone, Richie here again, and welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at more Red Dead Redemption, and hopefully we won't have the same technical problems we had yesterday, so, well, let's give it a go. So we've just rescued West Dickens, and excuse me while I tinker with something for a second. And we were required to come back at a specific time of day. And, well, now's as good a time as any.
And I can tell you with no uncertainty that miracle cures are no laughing matter. I bid you good day, sir. Oh, Mr. Marston, good to see you. How have you been keeping?
I'm well,
Mr. West Dickens. Nigel West Dickens of Eastcheap, London, New Waverly, New York, and Armadillo, New Austin. At your service.
At my service.
At everyone's service. At the service of science, of knowledge, of life.
How your wounds?
Much, much better. But then they would be.
Would be...
I know a cure for all ailments, Mr. Marston.
Ah, I'm sure you do. And I'm sure for just $2 an ounce, I could live forever.
Oh, but for you, sir, I do a bulk discount rate of $1.95 an ounce. As long as you buy 100 ounces or more. That's a lot of immortality.
Give it up, old man.
That's Mr. West Dickens to you, boy.
Give it up, old man.
Listen, Marston, I'm broke, but this stuff is good. It works. I need a healthy young man like you. Come along, let's ride over to my newest customer at Ridgewood, and I'll explain while we go.
Okay.
Head for Ridgewood Farm, John, and hurry. There are people there in dire need of my tonic.
So we're going to be conducting a bit of chicanery here.
I heard about you, Mr. West Dickens.
And I about you, John Marston.
Hoodwinking the weak, gullible out of their hard-earned money.
My dear boy, it's you who is gullible, if I may be so bold, for heeding such ill-informed
You're
scuttlebutt.
as full of wind as a horse with the collar.
I have been blessed with the gift of language, and for that I will not apologize. But the West Dickens elixirs speak for themselves. My thousand...
Those men trying to kill you didn't look so happy.
Skepticism is the bastard child of progress, John. Knowledge makes a fool into a doubting Thomas. It's the cross I bear as a pioneer in the fields of commerce and medical research. If my tonic is such a sham, how do you explain the fine fettle in which you find me? Last time you saw me, I was knocking at death's door.
You should thank the doctor for that. I reckon you were acting it up worse than it was.
Act I can, John. A more convincing Othello there has never been. And so shall you, a fair Iago.
I don't like the sound of this.
For the love of God, try to stay on the road. Showmanship, John. The flourish. The bow. We are operating in a competitive marketplace. Our product must stand out.
And how does this involve me?
We're going to use your God-given talents to our advantage.
I'm really starting to regret
I'll
this.
drop you off at the outskirts of Ridgewood. That way, it won't look like we came together. Once I'm set up, saunter nonchalantly into the cloud that is sure to be forming. Eventually, I will call you up to try my tonic. After extolling the virtues, I will have you perform a few feats of wonder to amaze and impress the king.
Such as?
You hop out here, John. Follow me in on foot. I'll see you there. Be ready to enchant the crowd.
So basically it's a massive scam. Actually, I don't think we need to be nonchalant at all. We're not programmed to notice.
Are you sure? Friends, hard-working souls of Cholla Springs, gather round, gather round. Do you suffer from rheumatism, lumbago, acute chronic sciatic, neurologic or inflammatory pain? Well, I represent the only company that makes the genuine article that cures headaches, neuralgia, earache, toothaches, backache, swelling, sprains, sore chests, swelling of the throats, contracted cords and muscles, anxieties and ravaged nerves, stiff joints, wrenches, dislocations, cuts and bruises, and it adds vitality and vigor to the healthy man.
But can you prove it, old man?
Oh, I'm sure there's some customer here who could prove the qualities of it by taking a drink right now. You, sir, come up here. Step right up.
That's the spirit. Ladies and gentlemen, pay close attention. This poor, wretched volunteer, entirely unknown to me, will demonstrate the effects of Dr. West Dickens' own patent tonic. Be you a cowpoke or athlete, this miraculous elixir developed with the wisdom of the East keeps the muscles supple and relaxes the cords. It loosens the joints and gives a feeling of youth and vigor to the whole system. Not possible, I hear you say. Well, doubt no longer. Faith can move mountains, but I ask not for faith. I am a man of science, and today science will be vindicated. Your eyesight has greatly improved. Is that not so, friend?
If you say so.
That's right, it is. You heard him. What a good sport you are, sir. Now, gaze over yonder at that porch. If you squint, you may just be able to make out the skull that's hanging there. Go ahead, friend. Shoot that skull and demonstrate the miraculous eyesight you now possess. Come on, do not keep the crowd waiting.
Oh, come on.
Remarkable!
Hey.
The eyesight of an eagle, granted by imbibing Dr. West Dickens' own patent tonic.
Anybody can make that shot. This man is a fraud.
Busted.
Your eye's so damn sharp, why don't you try shooting my hat out of the air?
My friends, our test case has been challenged to shoot a gentleman's hat out of the sky above our heads.
You can fool these people, but you ain't fooling me. Right. Let's just see how sharp you is with a moving target.
Steady yourself, stranger.
I thought we was here to see mirrors.
Have you ever seen such an eye? Behold the power of the elixir, plucked out of the sky.
Hey! Hey! What? You think you can put a hole in a man's hat and just walk away, do you?
Yep.
Well, it don't work like that, Rat.
Oh,
Come on! Are you a man or not?
A challenge of battle has been offered to our volunteer. Prepare for a display of Herculean brawn.
Come on then, partner.
I thought they brought me a real man.
Come on, friend. Draw on that newfound strength. skeptics and dissenters, irrefutable proof. Do not let this opportunity pass you by.
Look,
Well-
he's over there. Go get him.
Ends now.
Watch out! He's got a gun!
Who the hell do you think you are? You ain't leaving here alive.
Oops.
Marvelous shot, dear boy. The kind of deadly accuracy that can only be afforded by the West Dickens elixir. Come, I have plenty for all.
You'll be fine. Get out of my way.
Hey, where are you going?
I want a bottle. Get me a bottle, please. One of them, right here.
No harm in trying one bottle, I suppose.
Well, I think that went kind of well, don't you?
I'm just glad that my normal job involves either chasing after cattle or murderers. Not the likes of you, mister.
Don't be like that.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd like to say my goodbyes, head on back to the real world.
Wait, sir. I've been thinking about your predicament, and I think I may have an idea. I've been thinking I could be your cunning Odysseus. Beware of the Greeks bearing gifts, sir. Williamson had better beware. We will make them into Trojans.
I don't rightly get you.
I want you to go and see my old friend Sep. He can come across as a little curious, but I'm sure you two will get on. He's most often found at Coots Chapel. He's very devout.
Why see him?
Because between him and me, we can get those gates to open for you, and you can walk right in, just like in Homer's great Trojan yarn!
Actually, I'm going to try a bit of horse breaking. Could do with the money.
I don't fancy your chances on this angry son of a gun. He's a wild one, and no mistake.
Easy. Easy. Judge, calm yourself. Relax now. It's all right. Come on, baby. Calm down. God damn it. You're mine now. Calm it down. This don't feel too good. That's it. Easy. Ah!
Well, that could have gone better. And I like the way they're all laughing.
Just stay there. Don't move. You'll be fine. I got you now. Whoa there. Relax now. Nearly there. Here we go. Easy there. Almost got you. Yeah. That
There
wasn't
we go.
so bad. Yeah.
Mighty impressive, son. Good job.
Now we've got the choice of going to see Seth, who's, well, certainly a character, or, oops, or we're going to see the Marshal, who's less of a character. I think we're going to see the Marshal.
Faster! Come on!
Again, I really should do the quick shortcut to the... But, oh well.
Yeah! Faster! Let's go! Whoa!
Trying to avoid running people over.
Why me? He's just a boy. Tim O'Brien said we'd run off with his injuries.
Ah, since you're here, you want to make yourself useful?
Not particularly.
Listen, son, I know you got a mission. But right now, I need another gun.
Why? What's happening?
We've had this problem for months with this group of bandits who are getting drunk and murdering settlers. Last night, they went to a big place up near Ridgewood.
They burnt the place down, killed the men, burning most of them alive, and raped the women. Women folk then got their throats slit. One of them survived and walked in here this morning.
Anyway, we got a posse gathering up near Ridgewood. Will you ride with us?
All right.
Thank you, John Marston. It's gonna be a bloody job.
I don't think I know any other kind, sir.
Hey, wait up!
I'm a terrible mother.
Come on!
Let's hit the breeze, boys. Marston, I hear you caught up with Mr. West Dickens.
I did. For a man who claims to have found a remedy to all ailments, he was in pretty bad shape.
His tonic has helped a great many people. It's a medical breakthrough from the East, the result of years of research.
If only it could cure him of his diarrhea of the mouth.
I wouldn't be so dismissive of science if I was you. Times is changing fast.
He's no more a scientist than I am a priest. But people can spend their hard-earned money however they please.
He's certainly a character, that West Dickens.
I can't understand a goddamn word he said.
A more flannel-mouthed bunco artist I've never met.
Look at them vultures circling up ahead.
We should check it out. Marston, Eli, go see what it is.
Whoa, whoa!
Not good.
Ain't no survivors here, Marshal! Man, this don't look too good.
Somebody was so busy killing people, they went and dropped their gun. Come on!
It's funny, we just rode this way and there was none of all this.
What kind of man does that?
A bunch of weak men. A pack of cowards is the most dangerous kind.
Some men is just born plain evil.
I think it's this land that makes the men, as much as the other way around. Men are born, and then they're formed. At least that's how I see it.
Who could have done such a thing?
Any number of people, especially now the word's out we're cleaning up the county.
Between Walton's boys and the rustlers, we've been spilling a lot of blood. Man gets more evil when he's running scared.
Poor
Alright.
vultures, this don't look so good.
We best take a look, boys.
dead body. And the fire's still smoking. Those scumbags must still be around.
Come on. Let's pound leather, boys. Looks like they're headed for Ridgewood Farm.
Sons of bitches!
Didn't you once run a gang of outlaws, Marston?
Yeah, but not like that. It wasn't our way. At least it wasn't my way.
Killing and thieving's never right, boy. No matter how you dress it up.
Unless it's ordered by a court of law, you mean?
This is too quiet. I got a bad feeling about this. Let's search the area.
Come on, come on!
Let's go for yellow dots.
Nobody's in the shed. Yeah. No one here.
Subtle.
Let's go.
There's no good reason for that to be boarded up. Break that door down. The rest of you, get your guns ready.
Oops. Potato. No, that's not good at all.
Holy sweet mother of mercy.
Please, please don't shoot me. Some bandits came by and took us hostage. They're holed up in the farmhouse. Some of my family is being kept hostage inside.
This has gone far enough. Get into that house and smoke those sons of bitches.
Don't mess. You don't want to do this, my friend.
Okay, here we go.
You sorry yellow-bellied cowboys, kiddies as well.
Headshot.
Can I have this?
Very much.
Hell no! You and me gonna have ourselves fun. With me!
Aim and blast!
That's not good.
I've
Move.
spotted a lot of these. This is gonna be your last one.
Stay close!
You're gonna be all right. Head for the shed in the back as soon as it looks clear.
Thank you.
Christ alive.
I was convinced I was dead.
As soon as you can, make a run for the shed. And keep your head down.
Thank you.
Good old
They're
Deadeye.
gonna kill us all.
Looks all clear, fellas. Let's check up on the farmers.
This is mighty generous of you, mister.
Yoink. Oh, I'm stuck by a chair. Come on.
him to the south. But then some robbers started chasing him down like wild dogs. I thought you were supposed to protect us, Marshal. You folk-eating men. You ain't nothing. You're just a man on a government payroll taking money that the rest of us have to pay for with our lives. What is wrong with this country?
Shut up, men. The man that kills the boss of that bunch gets $50.
It ain't about the money, Marshal. These are people's lives. People's homes.
Mount up, boy! We gotta get after those bandits! Alright, let's find
Out of the way.
bastards.
Let's go!
Do you think they might be headed for Fort Mercer, Marshal?
What? Williamson's men?
Maybe. All this sure looks like their handiwork.
Makes sense if they took this road.
Come on, Marshal. This might be our chance. Pastor,
What's your beef with Williamson anyway, Marston?
let's just say he's the currency in a complicated transaction.
What the hell you talking about?
Some people I have the displeasure of knowing want him dead.
Why does that involve you?
We used to run in a gang together. He was once like family.
If this is how you treat your family, I'd hate to see what you do to your enemies.
That was a lifetime ago. The Baron...
Is that somebody on the cliff? You just walk away now, John. I didn't kill you before, but I sure as shit will now.
Get yourself down here, Bill. You know you ain't man enough to stop me. You know I don't want to kill you, but I will.
You always did have a high opinion of yourself, John. Dutch always said you were an arrogant son of a bitch. I guess he was about right. Get him, boys! Everybody, take cover! In that shed!
Follow me.
Get ready, boys. Here they come.
Bad spot! You ain't gonna leave here walking, friend!
It's us or them. They ain't gonna retreat.
There's someone coming.
Heads up. Boys are coming down the hill. Look out. They're coming at us from all sides.
Anybody out?
Sorry, horse.
You'll pay for what you did at Redwood.
You killed me. That's where it is, buddy. Right here. I guess we ain't
That's
gonna
it.
be friends now.
Hey, look what I got here. There's something that you're still breathing. Come here, boy. Come on, Bessie. Give. Oh.
Norman Deek. Nice to see you again, buddy. Thanks for your help, John. Norman here is going to help us get to Bill. Ain't you, Norman?
Thank you, Mr. Dick. Mighty kind.
Fuck you.
Hog time. Let's get him to jail.
And did anybody get that $50? Possibly. But money and ammunition's always handy. You tell which ones they are from the little crosses on the minimap.
What have you got for me?
Sorry, horse. That's the gun. Really? That's a... And what have we got next? Seth or Bonnie? And there is that. What's she going to do? The stranger mission.
I ain't giving you a damn thing.
It's one of the random events in the game where a lady stands by a cart going, "Oh, help, help, help," and then 5 gunmen leap out from behind and shoot you.
Come on. Come on, come on.
Again, I forgot to do the flipping... Oh. The quick travel. Couldn't even remember what it was called, let alone do it.
Yeah.
Now, I did say I'm not going to do stranger missions, but this one is the one exception. Because this gentleman, if you don't do him now, or don't do him before finishing the story, you don't actually get the opportunity to do it again. And the other reason is this chap will mention certain events in your past life, which I'm wondering, will they include them in Red Dead Redemption 2?
Hello, John. John Marston. Do I know you? I hope so. I seem to know you. I'm pretty good at remembering faces. Are you? Do you remember Hattie McCourt's face?
That's one.
Who? She was a girl Dutch Vanderlyn shot in the head on that raid on the ferry a few years back. Same one you got shot on. Pretty girl, until her eye was hanging out by a thread of tendon and her brain was plastered over a wall. Not really. Then why would you remember me, friend? You've forgotten far more important people than me. What's your game, friend? I don't have a game, John. Listen, sometimes I just wish I'd known more about life. Wish I'd had better guidance. A friend of mine was drunk as a skunk in the saloon on Thieves' Landing. I think he's gonna be unfaithful to his dear wife. Why don't you head over there and see if you can advise him how best to proceed? What do you think I am? I know what you are, John. Just if you've got the time, friend. Well, are you gonna do what I asked? Go, John, go. Or are you not the man I thought?
Yep, we'll go and do this. This is one of the ones where you get the opportunity to be good John or bad John.
Come on!
Oh, another random encounter failed. Never mind. So if we sort this one out, then we'll come back and we'll do the next Bonnie mission. And there he is. And I'm going to be nice, John, on this one and discourage him.
Excuse me, mister.
Yeah, what the hell do you want?
Look, don't ask how, but I know what you're about to do. You don't want to do this.
The hell are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about, mister. I'm just here to say I don't think you should go through with it. Your wife, she loves you.
Shit, mister. I don't know who or what you are, but I guess I'm grateful. I guess you're right. I was raised better than this.
Don't mention it. Go on now.
You don't have to hover over me like a fly. I'm going home.
Come on!
And back to do the Bonnie mission. So that chap will appear a couple more times. Once when we get to Mexico, and then for a final time when we get back to West Elizabeth.
Excuse me, Mr. Marston. Have you seen my father anywhere?
No.
He went out this morning to ride the land and was supposed to be back hours ago. I don't know. The ranch hands have been out looking, but so far they found nothing.
Well, come on, let's go look for him.
Thank you, Mr. Marston. I'm sure it's nothing, but I worry about the old fool. Whoa there! Giddy up! I've got a bad feeling about this. It's not like him to be away for so long.
Don't worry, we'll find him.
He's not as young as he used to be. What if he's hurt himself?
Your father can still handle himself just fine, Miss McFarland. You're built like an oak.
You're probably right, but I can't help worrying. He's all I've got.
Don't you have any brothers or sisters, Miss McFarland?
I had 6 brothers, but 5 of them died, either from sickness or foolish choices.
And the other one?
He left for the east and never came back. Must be getting on for 10 years ago now. He's a high and mighty banker in New York, according to his last letter.
He should be here, helping you and your pa.
I don't want his help. He can live his life any way he wants. But when I see those city fellers coming in on the railway, all dressed up like a sore toe, I fear a little for his soul. He switched his saddle for a tie, and that's fine. I just never met a man in a tie I could trust.
It's
Who's
probably
that over there?
Come on.
Come on, boys.
it's probably another reference to something that's going to happen in Red Dead Redemption 2. Well, what happened to Bonnie's brothers.
Daddy! What happened?
Nothing nice. Rustlers, I guess. Maybe the Ballard twins, that bunch. Now you head back to the ranch right now. Fetch a wagon.
Yes, sir.
Marston, you watch after her.
I'll do that, sir.
Yeah! What could have happened to those poor men? And their horses were dead, too.
I think we should get back there as soon as we can.
Who could have done something like that?
Your boss seemed to have an idea who it was. Let's just do what he says and get the wagon.
Those damn rustlers. I've got a good mind to head over to Pike's Basin myself.
Yeah!
Yeah, that looks ominous.
Stay with me. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Everyone keeps saying that.
I don't think that's a good idea.
And you're no better. How many men have you killed? It's a bad idea to split up right now. Giddy up!
Faster!
We can't get through the doors. It's too dangerous.
Get a move on!
Mr. Marston, please. See if you can get in through the lock.
I have to do some ninja climbing.
This ain't working! We gotta get to the horse!
So the next Tomb Raider is going to have John Marston in it.
Horses out! Los caballos!
Oops. That's one way.
He did it! Now get the horses out!
Help me, will you?
Get that horse back! Get it moving!
No, 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 no.
Whoa there!
You sure know how to handle yourself. Thanks, Marston.
Yes, John, thanks. Well, you saved the ranch.
If you'll excuse me, I've got chores to attend to. Hey, hold on a second over there.
Sincerely, John. Thank you.
Well, did all I could, Miss McFarland. Sorry about all the damage. That gang seems to really want you out of here.
Yeah, well, my father fought Indians. I scarcely think we're gonna be frightened by some white trash.
White trash can be pretty frightening.
Well, they don't frighten me.
Good.
John, my family owes you a great debt.
I think you got enough debt. You saved my life. All I ask of you is this. If I get back home and get my farm started back up, you'll sell me some cattle. I prefer doing business with people I know.
Of course, Mr. Marston. It'd be my pleasure. Well, you get some rest. I've got to go see how my father's bearing up.
Because we left him in a field. Jeez. Oh, I'm not sticking around here. I think that's probably not a bad opportunity or bad time to bring things to a close for today. So, grab a bit of cash. And that is it. Thank you very much for joining me. And we'll continue Red Dead Redemption at another time.